around and I thought to myself, whoa, there are a lot of them. An awful lot of them. So I had to make clear to them exactly what they're a part of, and I'll make that clear to you as well. What happens when they walk into that room every day is an opportunity for them to understand what it means to be a part of a team, what it means to be accountable to the person that is on the left and right of them, to develop a skill that they can take with them for the rest of their life, and also to represent this school and our community and any person that has ever been associated with Vestavia Hills. Now, I must say that I'm a transplant because I have spent most of my teaching career in this community, and I love this community, I love this school, and I love what I do. And that's what we're here to maintain. And not only to maintain, but to make it even better. And what we're gonna do in the next 2 weeks is we're gonna just give them skills. And I told them this way, and I hope you go with me on this little journey. So every Christmas, everybody goes out and you pick out your Christmas tree if that's what you put up in your home. And everybody looks for the best tree they can possibly find. Not the little Charlie Brown Christmas tree, you know what I'm talking about? But we all go out and we find the best tree that we can possibly find. And once we find the best tree we can possibly find, then we put all the ornaments on it, we put all the lights on it, we put all the garland on it, and then it turns into like this real beautiful creation. Well, right now during band camp, we are picking out a tree. And we want that tree to be the best tree that it can possibly be. Not every child comes to this planet knowing how to move their feet in time and play an instrument. So it is our job to teach them that during these 2 weeks. And that, my good friends, ladies and gentlemen, it takes a little bit of time. So if you wonder why your child cannot walk from the kitchen table to the sink without spilling something in the floor, I want you to understand that I'm about to ask them to move for 8 minutes and 30 seconds, music memorized at a certain tempo, and style has to change on occasion. They have to make sure that they don't run over other people, and we're gonna do that within the next 2 weeks. So keep in mind that I just said you have a child sometimes who can't even walk from the kitchen table to the sink without spilling something. And we're gonna do something that's super complex. And it's gonna take us a while to do that. The things that are necessary to do that, and I wanna make this plain to you as I made to the students as well, is that I have no doubt in my mind that every student that walks in our building has the skill, ability to do the things that we're gonna ask them to do. The thing that falls short most of the time is that sometimes we all lack the mental capacity to just be strong about what we're doing. Now, I'm gonna be like real personal right now. I'm a little geeky about reality television, and I'm weaning myself off of it since I've been home like all summer long. But there's this crazy show on the Discovery Channel that's called Naked and Afraid. Anybody seen it? Yeah, for those of you who hadn't seen it, I'm gonna give you a little gist of what happens here. Stay with me, students. I know I just said the word naked. Now, they have drawn to this show these people who have incredible survival skills. Incredible survival skills. And they tell these two people, male and female, that we're gonna take you to some remote part of the world and we're gonna drop you out there for 21 days without any clothes, and it's your job to survive. And it's really interesting watching because some of these people actually teach survival skills. And when you're watching the episode, you can tell that yes, they know what they're doing, but what the breakdown is that they can't keep their mind engaged long enough to be strong about it. I want you to think about that for a second, because every adult in this room, if you don't keep your mind in the right place to take care of your family, things fall down. Is that correct? And what we are doing right now is we're giving all of our students an opportunity to take that skill that they have, and we have to couple that with the mental capacity to be able to do what we're doing. And that takes a little bit of time. And I'll tell you that after 15 years of working with young people, I get even more excited about that, especially when I see the light bulbs going off. So not only are we gonna march around and play some beautiful music, and we're gonna display some wonderful things, but when your student leaves this organization after 4 years, they're gonna experience something that they can take with them for the rest of their lives. They get to make decisions about how to lead themselves and have some internal motivation, and to me that's exciting. And I hope that that's exciting for you too. So not only do I want to impart for them this love of music and to have a desire to perform and to please people in that way, but at the same time I'd like for them to learn some skills that they can take with them for the rest of their lives. So with all that being said, let's talk about some of the nuts and bolts kind of things that are going on right now. I know you probably heard about the charms, And just so you know, if you have students in the middle school band programs, Liberty Park and Pizitz, we've all collectively decided that we're going to move to this form of communication just because it's a little easier, especially since the Yahoo group is starting to cause a problem for us. And I know that email is easier. You can just sit down and it's already there for you. But in the charm system, all the information is there for you. All you have to do is log in and you can figure out the things that you need to know. So other than the charms, we are in the process. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. Is Lucas in here right now? Where's Lucas? Yeah, you guys give him a hand. I don't know if Lucas's parents are in the building, but I'm going to tell you right now that that gentleman is going to be a millionaire someday because he's going to replace Steve Jobs. I feel that he is that intelligent and he has that great of a vision. But right now, Lucas is actually working on our website and he's updating it, and it'll be good to go in a little while. So our flow of information will be through charms on our website, and I just wanted to take a second to publicly thank Lucas for working on that for us. You might notice a little bit of a change this year at the start of the football game. We're going to incorporate a little pregame sequence, and we've never done this before, so this year's a little bit of an experiment for us. But basically, instead of coming around the track and going to the stands like we normally do, we're actually going to choreograph another little sequence, and we're going to stand in front of the home crowd and play the national anthem and play all of our pregame things there. And we're going to add, and I'm so excited about this, but we're adding an Armed Forces salute at the end of that, just to recognize those men and women who have made it possible for us to enjoy the freedom that we have. So you're going to notice that, and we're probably going to have that ready to go at the end of this band camp. So our goal is to get our opener information together. We're going to be learning the ballad, which is the show is going to be in 3 movements. So the first 2 movements we want to have ready to go, and we're going to have our pregame show ready to go as well. The beginning of the school is always very hectic, but if you have any questions, please make sure that you send an email to me or Ms. Palmer, especially if there are class issues. I know registration is coming up and those lists have already been sent, so all that information should be good to go. But if there's a problem, please make sure that you email us. The last thing I'm going to leave you with before I turn this back over to Dr. Sansom, our student leadership team, can you guys stand up please, all of our student leaders? That's right, give these guys a hand. You guys can sit. I made it very clear to all the students that these people have just stepped out of the general population to be servant leaders for us. To be servant leaders for us, but not that they are supreme rulers, because in order to get respect, you have to earn that respect. And I just want to say publicly to thank all of our student leaders for the last 2 days of Rookie Camp, and we had leadership training, the second portion of that, and we talked about a lot of really cool things, but I want to leave you with something that I think is important. And that is that it takes each and every one of us in order to make this happen. I'll say that one more time. It takes each and every person in this room to make this happen. I didn't say that it takes each and every person in this room to sit around and talk about it. I said it takes each and every person in this room to make this happen. It would be nice if we had $1 million rolling in every year for us to do what we needed to do, and we all know that's not the case. But we are able to function because of the parents that come and volunteer and do the things that are necessary for us to do. And I want to publicly thank all of the parents ahead of time, because I'll never be able to thank you individually for the things that you do. And I'll take it even as far as those people who just come sometimes in the band room and pop their head in and say, hey, Ms. Palmer, Ms. Horton, do you guys need anything? These are those people who never put their name on anything other than just to come in and say, if you need us, we're here. I want to thank you guys for that too. But I told our students that I believe that every person is born with some sort of special gift or talent. And for some people, it may be things that we can see on the outside. I happen to think some of the most talented people are those people who just have the gift of encouragement, that they can just come by and make you feel better about yourself. I think that's wonderful too. But all of these skills are necessary in order for us to do what we're doing here. And we don't ever want to make anybody feel bad for the gift or talent that they have, but we always want to make room for you to use that gift. So if we have parents in the room today who have a special gift or something that you're really passionate about that you would like to help this organization, please feel free. There are no big eyes here. There are some people who will step out and do what needs to be done, but there's room for everyone, and we need everyone's help. I told all of our students that they also have a choice. I told the leadership students that they have a choice. That if they take that special gift or talent and they use it for the greater good, then basically they're like superheroes. And if you think back through every superhero story you know that they take that gift and they have to use it for something that's bigger than themselves. But conversely, in every superhero story, there is a villain. And villains all have a similar characteristic, and that is they use their special gift or talent for their personal good. There's a little selfish behavior there. So I'm encouraging all of our student leaders to be superheroes. That is, use your special gift for the greater good. And I want to encourage all of our parents to do the same. It takes all of us to do this. My special gift happens to be music and humor, and I can laugh about being fat and bald. I hear your laughter. It always happens. But I need people who can just step in and help us do the other things that need to be done. There are only 2 band directors for this band, and when we look in at that crowd of people, it's a lot, and we need some help. So I just want to encourage you to jump in and help us wherever it's necessary. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. I'm going to turn it back over to Dr. Sanders.